Hey, it's New Year's Eve, you got your champagne, but you have dysphagia and you have thickened liquids. What are you going to do? I got you covered. Hey folks, I'm SimplyThick John, and I love to show you how to thicken things, including things like champagne. So to do this, we have a technique for carbonated beverages. And it's very simple. We just pour into this first cup. I'll call this the decarbonating cup. And while that is defoaming a little bit, I'm going to put my dose of the thickener here. And I'm trying to get this to 4 ounces. So this will take a couple pours because champagne is just so foamy. And that is both the joy of it and the trouble with it when you come to thickening is if you put it in a powdered thickener, this is just going to explode. And it is going to be a foamy, foamy mess. In this case, we have thickened it, or we get it to the 4 ounce mark. I've poured off a lot of the carbonation, but there's still a whole bunch in here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my spoon and I'm just going to mix this a little bit to release a lot more of that carbonation. I want to get this to the point where there is still a lot of carbonation in there that you can feel, but it's not going to release a huge ton of it, because what happens is when you have something that's thickened and the carbonation comes out, those bubbles don't have anywhere to go. So you'll end up with a foamy mess after about an hour. And it's just a natural foam that comes about from the release of the carbonation. So this is acting a lot more like a soda now. It just gets a little bit of carbonation released. And so it's still, I can see the bubbles coming out, so it's still going to be foamy in the mouth. And that's what we're looking for, that people can enjoy that and feel that carbonation. So now I'm going to pour from my decarbonating cup into my mixing cup, my thickening cup. And you pour very carefully. And the idea now is that we're not releasing any of that carbonation if we can help it. So we pour slowly from one cup to the next. And now we mix with techniques that are designed so that they don't release a lot of carbonation. So that's either a paddle stir, which is back and forth, or a figure 8. Both of these work. They're very low kind of bubble releasing agitation. But they still disperse that thickener, and it's able to reach out and do its thickening like it's supposed to. So this is a technique we developed a few years ago. We took all the tales within the company as to what it took to thicken carbonated beverages, and we ran them through a design of experiments to find those few critical variables that would allow us to thicken things without creating a big foamy mess, yet still make it safe. The one caveat to all of this is that you have to use somebody who knows what it feels like when you thicken something, in this case to mildly thick, because there isn't a way to really test this using an IDDSI flow tester, because these bubbles will cause problems with the flow through the nozzle. So no worries, we got you covered. We took people who were trained at mixing and we had them mix until they said, you know what, I think that's good. We would put it into a vacuum chamber, we would draw all those bubbles out, and then we did the flow test and found that this is indeed mildly thick based on the recipe and the technique. So New Year's Eve, champagne, mildly thick, I got you covered. Like I always say, if it's aqueous, I'll thicken it. Folks, please like and follow for more great videos just like this.